Welcome back to Easy English Talk Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy English Talk Podcast. I'm Ryan, and I'm really excited to have you here with us today.
And I'm Priya. It feels so nice to be back with all of you. I hope your day is going well wherever you're listening from.
Today we're diving into something a little deeper, something timeless and really personal. We're talking about true love. Priya, do you still believe in it?
That's such a big question, Ryan. I think it's one that everyone asks themselves at some point. Some days you believe it exists, and other days, maybe not so much.
True. When we hear the words true love, it sounds almost magical, like something straight out of movies or fairy tales. But what does it really mean in real life?
For me, true love is about being accepted for who you really are. Not someone perfect, but someone real. Someone who stays even when life gets complicated.
I love that. And for me, it's about growing together, not just staying together. Love that can survive changes and challenges. Love that encourages both people to become better versions of themselves.
That's beautiful. And just to explain for our listeners, when I say staying together, I mean continuing a relationship even when things get hard. It's about commitment, not convenience.
And growing together means that both people inspire each other to improve and learn, not just coexist. I think people often forget that love is more than just feelings. It's also about action.
Absolutely. It's the small things that matter most. Listening, supporting, forgiving. Those are the gestures that truly show love.
My parents have been married for 30 years, and my mom once told me, love isn't always fireworks. Sometimes it's the quiet, steady care you give each other every day.
That's so wise. When we're young, we tend to think love should always be exciting, like butterflies and constant thrills.
Butterflies. That's a great way to put it. It's that nervous, happy feeling you get when you see someone special. But real love, it changes over time. It becomes calmer, more peaceful, less about constant excitement.
I completely agree. Maybe true love isn't about finding someone perfect, but learning how to love an imperfect person perfectly.
That's a beautiful way to put it, Priya. I feel like we're just scratching the surface here.
Definitely. So let's take it a bit further. How did we imagine love when we were younger? And how has that vision changed as we grew up?
Oh, this is going to be interesting and maybe a little embarrassing. Okay, Priya, let's be honest. As a teenager, what did you think true love looked like?
Oh no. Do I have to admit this? Honestly, I thought love was just like in the movies. You meet someone, your eyes meet, music plays, and boom, forever.
I know exactly what you mean. I used to think that was just one person out there, a soulmate. If you missed that person, well, that was it. Game over.
For listeners who may not know, a soulmate is someone who feels like your perfect match, like they were made just for you. But life usually teaches us something different, doesn't it?
It really does. Love isn't always dramatic or cinematic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just someone who consistently shows up for you day after day.
I remember my first relationship. We were both so young, everything felt intense. We even promised forever after just 2 months.
2 months? That's adorable and terrifying at the same time.
I know, but looking back, I realized we didn't really know each other. We were more in love with the idea of love than the actual person.
That's so common. When we're young, we imagine love as constant happiness and zero conflicts. But real love sometimes means saying, I'm upset, but I still care about you.
Exactly. One useful phrase for that is work it out. It means trying to solve problems together instead of giving up.
Right. True love isn't about perfect harmony. It's two people choosing to work it out over and over, even when it's hard.
Choosing love every day. It's not just something that happens, it's something you actively build and nurture.
And the funny thing is, as we grow older,
We start to believe less in fairy tales, but more in steady, real love.
Same here. Maybe true love isn't about magic at all. It's about maturity, patience, and understanding.
That's deep, Priya. But what about those moments when people stop believing in love? When they get hurt or lose trust in love?
That's the tough part. Sometimes love leaves scars that make people hesitant to believe again.
Yeah, and let's talk about those moments when faith in love wavers. Priya, have you ever had a moment where you stopped believing in love?
Definitely. When my long-term relationship ended, I felt completely empty. I told myself I'd never fall in love again. I just didn't want to get hurt anymore.
I've been there too. For me, it was after a breakup a few years ago. I really thought she was the one, but things slowly drifted apart. Not because we stopped caring, but because we grew in different directions.
That's painful. It's that feeling when you're still in love, but the relationship doesn't work anymore. Like holding sand. Tighten your grip and it slips even faster.
Exactly. Sometimes love ends quietly, without dramatic fights, just with distance that grows over time.
And after that, I kind of lost my belief in true love. I started thinking maybe love always ends.
I've learned that building walls to protect ourselves is natural, but those same walls also block love from entering.
For our listeners, put up walls means protecting yourself emotionally so that no one can hurt you again.
Right. But at the same time, I learned something important from that pain. I realized love isn't supposed to complete you. It's supposed to support you, to help you grow alongside someone.
That's so wise. It's like when you stop expecting someone to fix you, you can finally love them honestly. You see them as a whole person, not a missing piece of yourself.
Exactly. And there's another phrase I want to share here. To let go. It means stopping holding on to something or someone that hurts you. It's hard, but sometimes necessary for your own peace.
I remember crying for days after my breakup. But slowly I understood that love didn't fail. It just taught me something I needed to learn about myself and about relationships.
That's it. Heartbreak can either break you or help you grow, depending on how you process it. It's a strange mix of pain and insight.
I like that. Losing belief in love for a while isn't necessarily bad. It gives you a chance to rebuild, to understand yourself better, and to figure out what you really want.
Yes, and when you're ready, love can feel real again. Not the dreamy, cinematic kind, but the peaceful, steady kind that grows naturally over time.
Exactly. And maybe that's what keeps love alive. Not grand gestures, but the small, consistent acts of care that show you're paying attention.
Those little moments like making someone tea exactly the way they like it, or checking in with a simple "get home safe" means so much more than any big display.
Totally. Once I dated someone who would leave little notes in my bag, just tiny messages like, "You got this," or "Have a good day." Those small things stuck with me way more than fancy dates ever could.
That's so sweet. Quiet but meaningful love often leaves the deepest mark. And even though we're not together anymore, I remember those small gestures more vividly than anything extravagant.
There's a nice expression here for listeners, the thought that counts. It means what matters most is the intention behind the action, not how big or flashy it is.
Yes, because love is built through small, repeated acts of care. Not just the once-a-year Valentine's surprises, but the daily moments that say, I see you, I value you.
Exactly. I once read, love doesn't die because of distance or time. It dies when people stop paying attention. And I think that's so true.
Right. When couples stop noticing each other, stop listening, stop saying thank you, that's when love starts fading. Appreciation is so underrated.
Saying thank you is simple, but it's powerful. Like watering a plant. You can't just plant it and walk away. It needs attention, sunlight, care.
I like that image, love as a plant. And sometimes storms come, stress, work, misunderstandings. But if both people keep showing small kindness, love grows stronger.
That's a great phrase, too. Weather the storm. It means staying strong together through difficult times instead of giving up.
Perfect. So maybe true love isn't just finding the right person, it's staying kind and present to the person you've chosen, even when life gets messy.
That's powerful. But with modern changes, technology, dating apps, social media, can people still experience that kind of love today?
Good question. Let's dive into that. Modern love and whether true love still has space in a fast digital world.
So, Ryan, do you think true love can still exist in today's world of apps and instant connections?
It's tough. I think it can, but it's harder. Everything moves so fast. People swipe, match, chat for a few days, and then disappear.
Ghosted. That's a modern word our listeners should know. To ghost someone is to suddenly stop communicating without explanation.
Exactly. It's become so normal that people forget love takes time. You can't build a deep, lasting connection in just a few messages.
Technology can help us meet people, but it can also make relationships feel shallow. It's easy to replace someone with a new match, and social media shows us perfect couples all the time.
Yeah, but real love is messy. There are days you argue, days you feel tired, days you just don't feel like talking. And that's okay. It's human.
One of my friends met her husband on a dating app. What made it work wasn't the app, but how honest they were with each other once they met in real life.
That's a great example. So maybe technology isn't the problem. It's how we use it. And another key phrase is open up. Share your real feelings. Without that, no app can fix anything.
Absolutely. When people open up and stop pretending to be perfect, love becomes authentic again.
I think deep down, everyone wants true love. But we often protect ourselves with filters, short texts, or pretending we don't care.
We say we're busy, but maybe we're just afraid. True love today isn't about destiny, it's about courage. The courage to be real, patient, and honest.
I love that. And even in this fast digital world, that kind of love still shines if we nurture it carefully.
So maybe true love never really disappeared. It just looks a little different now. Quieter, but still powerful.
Exactly. And that brings us to something important. How do we keep believing in love after heartbreak or disappointment?
Finding hope again, learning from lessons, and moving forward. Ryan, after everything, heartbreaks, lessons, changes, do you still believe in true love?
You know what? Yes, I do. Not the fairy tale kind, but the quiet, steady kind. The one that grows when two people keep showing up for each other.
I love that. I think I stopped believing for a while too, but I've learned that love never really disappears. It just changes shape. Sometimes romantic, sometimes friendship, sometimes self-love.
That's so true. Before you can truly love others, you have to learn to love yourself, to forgive, to accept, to be patient with your own heart.
For our listeners, to move on means accepting what happened and continuing with your life. It doesn't mean you stop caring, just that you choose peace over pain.
Exactly. And one of my favorite quotes says, "Love doesn't always come when you expect it, but it always comes when you're ready to give it."
Beautiful. When people stop chasing love and start becoming love, kind, patient, understanding, that's when true love finds them.
That's a great message. Believing in love is really about believing in people, in their ability to change, grow, and care again.
And even if you've been hurt before, pain doesn't mean the story's over. It just means you're still learning what love really is.
True. Love isn't something to fear. It's something to practice every day in small ways, with others and with yourself.
Well said. Love isn't magic, it's a daily choice, and that's the most beautiful kind of love.
Before we end, let's take a quiet moment to reflect. Today, we explored what true love really means. Not perfect, not always easy, but real.
We remembered the dreams of our younger selves, the heartbreaks that shaped us, and the small moments that keep love alive.
And even in today's fast-moving world, love still exists, not in big gestures, but in everyday acts of kindness.
If there's one thing to take away, it's this. Don't stop believing in love just because it once hurt you. Let it teach you. Let it make you softer, not colder.
Love is about connection, not perfection. And it starts with how we treat ourselves and others, with patience, respect, and care.
Thanks for spending this time with us. And remember, your English, just like love, grows little by little every day.